Beep it bop bop bop. We're live.
Yo, we live.
Yo,
Zaddy
peace,
Ratchet
peace,
all day, every
peace.
day.
What's good? I like pop it, pop it, pop it, pop it.
Pop it, pop it, pop
I
it,
ain't
pop it.
popping.
I'm not popping nothing.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are tuned into
That's how I'm doing my
Sophisticatedly
intro.
Ratchet. Mo is going to be introducing us and leading this current events that we
Yes,
have
I
going on
am.
for you. So if you'd like to introduce everybody, I was going to go ahead and try to get
Yes,
everybody out the way.
yes, I will be introducing everyone. Hello, tribe. How are you? Yes,
Cool.
yes, yes, yes,
Bestie, what
yes.
up,
What's up,
tribe?
bestie? We excited today. We excited today. This is our current event
Why?
episodes because it's
Yep.
current events. You know, we freestyle. We always freestyle. You know what it is. So
And what month is it?
it's June, of course. June
And is it
2022.
your favorite month, bestie?
I
Why?
mean, I guess your birthday's in June.
You don't have to say
it
Gang.
ain't March, you know. It ain't March, you know. June 20th is the Ice Queen's birthday, everybody. She's a Gemini, you know.
Clap it up for the
Shout out to all the
Clap it up for the
Geminis.
Clap it up for the Gemini.
You
Yeah,
on a
that's what
cusp
Gemini.
though, CJ.
Yeah, she on the cusp.
You on a cusp.
I
Right
know,
there,
but
like,
I'm a
almost
a
real
Gemini.
Gemini.
No, 22 is
True and true. I'm a
June
real
22nd is
Gemini.
kind of like but she's a real Gemini.
duality.
Duality, right?
It's also
Anyway.
Pride Month. Shout out to everybody, all the
Yes.
Oh, I spell it.
GBTQRS.
No,
Everybody that calls them-
LGBTQ community, we would just like to say thank you for listening. We're celebrating you guys. Yes, it's it's Pride Month. All
It's
right.
Pride Month. So, and I'm gonna be out in Pride. So if you see me, say what's up. You know, I'm trying to get some pussy too. You know, it's Pride.
Nice.
Yeah. TJ, find some bi girls for me, baby. Yeah.
I'll think about it.
Right. So I'm gonna introduce my tribe because and I'm gonna start with the person above me. Boogie, what's good? You was trying to, you was getting ready to intro anyway. So you go first. What's up, Boogie?
It was a second delay, so I figured I'd try to jump in real quick. But what's going
Go
on?
ahead.
Peace and love. Shit, what can I say? I'm happy to be here.
Sound like a
It's
pimp right
Pride
now.
Month, so shout out to just every, all the letters, I guess, for lack of a better term. Anyway, what's good, y'all?
Okay. Next, let's go over to it's ice, baby.
Doom 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 doom. Frigid as fuck.
Let me introduce y'all to my bestie, also known as the Ice Queen. Go ahead, TJ. What's good? What's good?
Pull me in, bestie. Pull me in.
Come through, bestie.
What up, tribe? This is your girl TJ. I am the Ice Queen, I guess. Happy Pride Month. I like to be called. What do I say? I call myself Mo. I'm free.
You're free.
Yeah, I don't like to have a title. I don't like the
No
L.
labels.
I don't
Yeah,
like the
you're
G.
free.
I don't like the
labels.
Just I'm free. I don't want any labels on me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
This experience is
Yeah.
my experience. I'm complete.
Next, in true fashion, I'm gonna introduce myself.
Nice.
Who's number
Hit
3?
it up, Bessie.
Nice.
New chapter.
How do you
Curveball.
do that shit?
Curveball.
Yes, I'm gonna introduce myself. It's your girl Mo. Y'all always know I represent the Bronx to the fullest. Co-op City Section 5. Don't ever zone my shit. You already know that. All right. I like how I did that though.
Yeah,
I see you.
shout out to the North.
I see you.
Next, I'm gonna introduce my bro. He got his dad hat on today. He got the
Whoa. Z.
Zaddy.
Not dad hat.
He
Well,
was
if you're
not
not
dad
watching
hat, huh?
YouTube, if you're not watching the YouTube, go on and see his Zaddy hat with a Z. Okay, I'm introducing Flash, the philosopher. Come on, Flash.
Okay, you already know. Like, give it up for me. Damn, I'm feeling like a zaddy today. Okay. So yes, it is your boy. Today I am the zaddy smoking on the finest zips. Yeah, talk to me. Also, there's something on my spirit. Hold up. I feel like I'm a hater of hoochie daddy shorts.
Oh god.
And
Why?
the only reason I don't feel like I got the thigh meat for it. So I'm not.
That's how I feel about the booty.
Yeah, I'm not like I can't come to that side yet. But yeah, you said the what? Oh, I ain't hear. But yeah, but anyway, it is he, it is me, it is I, it's your boy Flash the philosopher. What up?
What's good, Flash?
What's good? Nah, this next person, They always
3, 4, 5. Oh, it's only one left.
Yeah.
What's
Yes.
up?
Okay.
Yeah.
Clean up on aisle 6.
He excited.
Got
He
it. I got
excited.
it. I got it.
Clean up
It's
on
a
aisle 6.
splash.
You ready? You ready? I'm ready.
It's a mess.
Doughboy is not
Man,
ready.
Joe
Oh,
was not
God.
ready. Not ready.
This next person, you know, he always be, I think they call spewing. You know, he be spewing his shit. You know, so go ahead. Spew God drip drip. What's up? What's up, Mash?
What's good, Mo? What's good, everybody? This your boy Mash, aka the Spew God Drip Drip. Please say the drip drip.
Drip drip.
Gang, representing South Jamaica Queens. Only queens make kings. For those that don't know, Spew is an abbreviation for spreading positive energy wherever, and that's Spew God. It's my humble duty to enrich the lives of everybody that I meet. Love y'all. Welcome back to Sophisticatedly Ratchet. Oh, and this is my man Dope Beezy. I want to give a feature presentation. This is my man's out here. He's legendary. He's the greatest ever. All right.
He's a time traveler, bro.
Lazy audience.
He's a time traveling dog.
He's a time traveler.
He's entertained though. He's entertained by us.
He does yoga.
Nice.
Okay. He is all types of special. All right. Well, he's a
We love
co-cast right now.
Doughboy.
Tell them
Shout
about
out-
it. Tell them
shout
they
out-
have a dope
shout
better
out-
than dope boy.
Shout out to the two mascots of Sophisticatedly Ratchet, Doughboy and Noah. You know, they hold us
Nice.
down.
Big facts.
You
Um,
gotta do it
his
better
name.
than Noah. I mean, you
Of
gotta do it
course.
better than dope boy, right?
Nah, yo, bring him up. Bring him up. I'll
Let him
put him
know.
up
Let
door
him
for
know.
door. He's great.
Let him
Let
know.
him know.
So last but not least, let's introduce America's, you know, he a fuckboy. It is what it is. HSD, my nigga Shake. What's good, Shake?
Yo, it's your boy, Mr. HSD, aka America's favorite. Leave the F silent, okay? Today will be finance, sir.
Nice.
The F is reusable.
Financer.
The F is reusable, bro.
Where we repurpose the F. We repurpose the F. All right. All right.
Okay.
So, yeah, thanks for the introduction. And, all right, let's have a good episode. Let's talk our wild shit.
Exactly. So of course I'm gonna
What-
introduce
what you talking
TJ. TJ's gonna center us. TJ's centering us
Before
first.
I center
Before
us,
she
I just
centers
want to
us.
I just want to make sure that the tribe knows where we're at. So thanks for listening to another episode of Sophisticatedly Ratchet. I usually say this at the end, but I'm gonna say this now in the beginning so that you guys know where to listen to us. And in case you stop the recording, you can come back to us, or you're a new listener, welcome. We're the Sophisticatedly Ratchet tribe, and you are part of the tribe too. The way that you can find us, we're on wherever you can hear podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon got podcasts now too. You can listen to us there. We're Sophisticatedly Ratchet. So look up the Sophisticatedly Ratchet podcast on anywhere you hear podcasts. And then connect with us on social media. We're on YouTube. We have a YouTube page. It's So Ratchet, one word, space podcast. We go live every first Wednesday of every month. So check us out for July, because this is now June. We are also on IG at So Ratchet Podcast. We're on TikTok at So Ratchet Podcast.
Facts.
Give us some suggestions on what we should do on TikTok. We're like struggling.
Nah, don't
And
say
then-
that out loud.
Okay, my bad.
Nah, we never
Okay.
struggling. What you talking about? We never struggling.
You're right. I denounce that. We're
Edit that out,
thriving.
guys.
So
Boogie.
check out our TikTok. It's So Ratchet Podcast. We're also on Twitter at So Ratchet Pod. Connect with us however you see fit. You can also email us at soratchetpodcast@gmail.com. And
Also,
y'all ready for the gong? Go ahead. what's
Sorry.
up?
Also, sorry. I just want to add one more thing. We're also gonna have affiliate link in our show notes.
Yes.
So for the things that we
Yes.
talk about in the episode, if you want to, find them through our Amazon affiliate link, you'll be helping out the podcast. So just keep your ears to the ground.
Definitely. Get a center, TJ. Get a center.
I got you guys.
Yes.
What color we doing
Okay.
today?
Today we are doing a chakra that I don't want to introduce because you know what Mash said that we should, or he suggested that we should just listen to it and then decide where we feel it.
Okay.
So,
What if I already
so
felt
something
it?
new.
so it is the color red, but I'm not going to tell you
see.
anything about it until we're done.
I already know
How's
which one
that?
this is.
Okay.
I already know which one this is.
You know which one this is? What is it?
Yeah.
Nah, chill. Do.
I already know it.
All
I
right.
felt it already.
All right,
on.
everybody, go ahead and take a nice deep breath in
Pound me up.
and out.
Oh, you showed off on that one, TJ.
Yes, because I'm moderating.
You
That was bomb.
gave it a little extra.
I'm getting better. Look at the flick of the wrist. Look at the flick of the wrist.
It's because I brought that energy.
I appreciate that. Tell me where you feel it.
I felt it in my head.
I felt it in my head. I felt it in my head and my knees.
In your knees. Okay. Shake, where'd you feel it?
I felt it in my spleen.
In your spleen? Where's that, baby? Where's right here on the right hand side?
That nigga Googled it. That nigga Googled it. Okay. He Googled the red. He Googled the red.
Because that's not where it is either. But go ahead, Flash.
No, I felt it. I think I felt it in like my solar plexus. I felt like a Care Bear just now. I felt like all my energy just like shot out in one time.
Solar plexus is like, I think the right one by your navel or underneath your navel, I think, right?
Yeah,
okay.
I felt it near my head and my knees.
Okay. Bugs, where'd you feel it?
I felt it at the like top of my head, like right in the middle.
Okay.
I felt it in my head.
Well, that means all of you guys, your chakra is unbalanced.
Okay.
Because this is your root chakra, and it's it's the root. It's at the bottom. It's the very bottom.
That's the taint. The coccyx. We talked about this.
Correct.
Shake was the closest. He felt it in the spleen.
I should have felt it in my taint. Oh, my apologies. The spleen is up on the upper right side of the abdomen. I mean, upper left side of the abdomen.
You know, in my mind, I always confuse the spleen and the spine. When I hear the word spleen, I'd be like,
different things.
Completely
mine is in your back.
Yeah, I get it. But when I hear it, my brain has to be like, no.
But what's the spleen?
Not a
spine.
Your brain says that? No, stupid.
No, stupid.
What's the crazy? I have like diaphragm and diorama. I confuse the two words sometimes for some reason. I don't know why. I just do.
Oh, really?
No.
Yeah, even though they mean two separate shit, I confuse them all the time.
Okay, guys.
I mean that's kind of like me and arches, bro. Arches, like this shit is ridiculous.
It's archives. Archives.
Every time I see this word,
I remember that bullshit.
I see arches, bro. I still see arches, and I gotta correct myself every time in my head because if I just say it, I'm gonna say arches.
Archives. Go ahead.
Your shake. What was the other word you used to fuck up? What was it called? Pissable. Remember, you used to say instead of pinnacle, you would say I'm at the pissable of my peace, or whatever the fuck you were saying. You're the pissable.
Pissable's not even the word. How you confuse that?
That's what you used to say.
That's definitely not right.
I'm just telling
anyway,
TJ,
back to TJ. TJ, tell us what.
All right, guys. So this was the red. The red chakra is also known as the root chakra, and obviously you guys are blocked. I hear feedback. So the root chakra. So does anyone have arthritis? Mo, you said your knees were hurting.
Not that I felt it kind of in my knees.
In your knees. Do you think it's like arthritis or something? No,
I don't claim arthritis.
I don't claim that. I don't claim that either for you either.
Where you come from?
Says
like,
that. I'm gonna read it to you.
All she did was tell you where she felt it was like a feeling from the gum. You want to give a nigga arthritis?
And she tried to diagnose people and shit already.
Listen.
You need to get that checked out, Mo. You need to get that arthritis.
No, I rebuke that in the mighty name of Jesus. You're covered in the blood of Jesus, girl.
Who you gonna do next?
Listen,
Dr.
I
Gong,
do not
MD.
give medical advice, a tribe, so don't listen to my medical advice, okay?
Can you tell us what
y'all can't sue us. Can I finish, guys? Okay, so a blocked root chakra can manifest as physical issues like arthritis, constipation, bladder or colon problems, or emotionally feeling insecure about finances or your basic needs for well-being.
Yes.
All right. When it's in alignment and open, you'll feel grounded, secure, both physically and emotionally. And some things you can do to keep your chakra open is get grounded. Like when you go out into nature, take your shoes off and just ground your feet in the soil or in the grass and get grounded.
I can dig it.
Okay. All right, guys.
I can dig it.
Okay. So thank you, TJ, for that.
You're welcome.
Let's get into word of the week. Word of the week. Come on, Shay, come through with it.
Okay. All right. So the word of the week for this week. I wanted to pick something that you guys would really like. something original. Matter of fact, didn't I come up with a few really good original ones? I think I came up with like Brew Ha Ha one week. It was really good.
Yeah, I
but
forgot
this week, word. It was such a good word though.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. So this week right here, we're gonna do Ramshackle. Okay, and Ramshackle means in a state of severe disrepair. Okay, so it's usually used for like structures and things like that. Like it was a ramshackle, like the house was a ramshackle, but you can also use it as symbolic, I guess. You know, something is a ramshackle.
Can I say my relationship? My last relationship was a ramshackle.
Facts. That's such a great sentence, Flash.
I feel
so
like
you don't get a point because that was an example.
The correct sentence would be my girlfriend left the
room.
No, not even just the room, but in terms of relationship, my girlfriend left our relationship in a ramshackle. I feel like that would be more appropriate.
Or you could say my relationship with my girlfriend was ramshack. That's why she left. Ramshackle. That's why she left.
Was in a ramshack. Right. Okay.
My mom actually used this word growing up. The room is in a ramshackle. Come clean it up. That's what she said.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
I've heard this word before. She says ramshackle.
Wow.
I'm left. That's
okay.
Funny.
We like to. So let's see.
Probably just a couple of shirts and shoes on the ground. Parents be overdoing it.
Guys, can we play a game? Every time you use the word, can we have a drink? We haven't done that in a long time.
I'm
down. Drink for everybody. What are you guys drinking?
I got water, tea, or coffee. I pick one.
Okay.
I'm drinking wine and water.
I'm drinking my Carey Blends drink. He makes a special one for me. It's key lime, agave, and some special weed juice. I topped it off with some Pellegrino and some fresh blueberries.
Oh, very nice. Good.
You're gonna put some more in that cup because it look like you running out, my nigga. You ain't gonna make it the whole episode.
Because it takes us forever to start recording.
Oh gosh. Anyway, let's jump into this episode. This month we're doing June current events, and we're gonna switch up some orders. We're gonna start off with TJ first.
Because it's my birth month. Guys, you guys can tell me happy birthday anytime in June. I'm accepting all birthday wishes, even to the first week of July. Anyone want to give me a gift? I love sunflowers, anything from Tiffany's. What else? Oh gosh. I'll put my Amazon wish list on our. Can I do that? Can I put that in our affiliate thing?
Yes, you can. Go ahead.
Yes, if you want to buy me a gift, anybody that been sliding in the DMs for your girl TJ, I'm open to male and female now. You know, it's that
Pride
month.
Month. It's Pride Month.
It's Pride Month.
I'm being the best that I can be, which is free.
Yo, TJ, would you take on a sugar mama?
I would. I'm on eHarmony now, guys. And I haven't been having luck with guys, and I switched over to girls. There was only one girl on eHarmony looking for girls, and she was hit. I was like, damn.
Wait, do you have to switch to girls, or can you do both if you're on eHarmony, or is that?
Yeah, I'm doing both.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was looking at the guys. They suck too. But they be saying all the right things. They say all the right things. Anyway, I digress. Finally, we always do current events and we never talk about, we do talk about reality TV, but I'm usually the last person to go. But now I'm at the beginning of the episode. Guys, you know I love reality TV. MASH, you do too. Mo, you have your shows too.
Yes, I do.
We're going to be creating a spin-off of this segment. I'm just going to say that. I'm just put that preface out there. I'm putting it out into existence. It's going to be dope. But we're going to talk about reality TV right now. So right now, Married at First Sight, that's the one that I used to speak about often. That season just ended. Out of 5 couples, 4 decided to stay married. And then out of those 4 couples, when they did the reunion show, only 2 of the couples are married now. I think we talked about Olajuwon and what was the girl's name? I have it in my phone.
It was a homeboy who wanted his girl to be like a wife or womanly duties. He was like,
yeah, he wanted her in the
kitchen
and
clean.
stuff like that. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I can't find her name. Let me go to my notes. But whatever. That was the couple that. What did he say to her? He looked through her phone. Mash, remember that episode?
Yeah, and she still had a Tinder account. And he was like,
still
why you
had
still have a
Tinder.
Tinder account on profile?
Well, they made it.
Right.
They're still married. Yeah, he actually proposed to her with a real ring at the reunion show, or at the reunion show, and it was beautiful. The other show that I want to talk to you guys is Put a Ring on It, and I'm going to ask you guys a quick burner question.
Yes, that's my show.
Nice.
I'm waiting for the reunion.
Nice.
So, Put a Ring on It is on OWN. That's the Oprah Winfrey Network, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about the show, and that's going to be the burner question. So, it's a show where you bring your spouse because you guys are kind of in between. Like, you've been dating for a while. You're not sure if you should end the relationship or if you should get married. So in the show, it's you're supported. The couples it's a group therapy kind of session, usually 3 couples, and they're speaking with a therapist, and the therapist sets them up on specific dates with people. And you get to decide, and you get to go on the dates with these people. And you decide whether, is the grass greener on the other side, or do you want to stay with your partner and put a ring on it? And it also uncovers a lot of issues that couples have in their relationship, like, trust or infidelity, or, they're not exactly where you want them to be yet. They're not ready for that next level, but you are. Should you leave or should you stay? So my question to you guys is, would you go on a reality show, or not even a reality show? Would you allow your partner to date someone else to see if the grass was greener on the other side, so you can make a decision on what you guys should do in your relationship? Is that a clear question?
You're asking if I would let my partner date someone else so we could figure out if we good.
Yes, or you can do it too. Both of you guys can do it. It's not just one-sided.
So it's not taking a break though. I also want to be clear.
It's not
taking a break.
No. And you guys create rules, communal rules. So I have Sophisticatedly Ratchet from literally everyone. Everyone says Sophisticatedly Ratchet. Boogie, you started talking. Tell me why.
That, I guess, it confuses shit out of me. Like, I guess I'd have to that's so new. I don't even know where to start.
It's a ramshackle of an idea.
Drink, hell guys. Yeah, in every sense of the word.
Everybody drink.
That was good.
Haha! Cheers.
Too confusing for you.
I don't know how to start. Like obviously we're not faithful. We dating other people, so it's like that contradiction right there just throws me off in terms of how can I act. Can I date this person? Yeah, I mean,
you would have a conversation with your partner, and you set the rules, and so they have rules set. Like, you can't touch the person inappropriately. Some of them was like, you can't even hug. It's like a handshake. You can go on the date. You can learn about other people. But you can't have sex. You can't exchange phone numbers. It's just going on a date to see if, you connect with other people.
Right.
I would like to change my answer.
Okay, what's your answer?
Just a straight fact. No.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not gonna waste my time doing that. No.
Mm-hmm.
I can't touch him. I can't hug him. But it's like I'm gonna see if I could date him and see if I would like to stay in a relationship. No, thank you.
Yo, I understand where you're coming from, Boogie, because it still feels like she's in control. You're still as partners. Like, I'm telling you, if you go on a date, you can't do this and you can't do that. You can't really have a really good date. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
more importantly, I can't get an idea if I actually want to date
I'm just saying that I could be so constrictive and like you can't even hug the person, no type of physical contact.
Facts.
Like, I don't need to kiss the person, but sometimes, a hug, you know what I'm saying? I can't even do that. So
maybe you can hug the person. Fine, you can hug the person.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind the
hugging.
hugging.
You come up with the rules that work for your relationship. If you say, "Hey, babe, I want a hug," then guys can say, "Okay, you can hug the person, but nothing else."
No, listen. I'm just saying it could feel so restrictive that it's pointless. But if we are in a point in our relationship where she's like she wants to move further, and I'm kind of still chilled, I don't think I will be 100% against doing that right there, because maybe I don't want to move forward because I'm not really into it, and maybe I do need to see what I would feel like outside of the relationship. That like I said, it depends on where we're at in our relationship, I guess.
Yeah.
Shit,
When everybody gives
how
their
can you even
opinions,
find that out though? Like you have if you can't hug the person and shit like that, obviously not having sex with the person. How can you find out if you want to like actually be with that person versus the person that you're with?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
after everyone explains, like their feelings on it, and gives their answer, then I'm gonna explain how it works for the couples, and I think you'll get more context that way. Are you complete, Shake?
Yeah, I'm done. Yeah, go ahead.
All right, Mash. Why Sophisticatedly Ratchet for you?
I put Sophisticatedly Ratchet because I secondhand watched this show, and initially when I heard about the concept of it, I thought that was stupid. I was like, just leave them. Like, why would you want to put yourself publicly through this? Like, like have everybody look at your relationship so closely, and then you have an opportunity to go on dates with someone.
That's the Virgo in you, by the way.
Like that part is like different. It's like, come on. But watching their stories and hearing the things that they were going through in their relationships, I can understand why they would be willing to go on the show, because there's one character on this show who, just don't got his shit together. And the chick is putting him on blast for not having the shit together. And it don't look good in public eye because he don't got his shit together. He just look crazy.
Oh, that Shorty?
Yeah. Yeah. He just
and
crazy.
Kenneth.
Right.
Yeah.
Shorty and Kenneth, okay.
Yeah. But that's why he's Sophisticatedly
That
Ratchet.
nigga lost it in the last episode too, by the way. I can't wait to see the reunion.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the reunion. I say Sophisticatedly Ratchet because sometimes you come to a point where it's either my saying you step up, step down, and step to the side, and this is that determining factor.
Right.
So going on a date just to see, like, I may want to go on dates and realize, I'm going on these dates, I have no connection, is nothing there. I'm thinking about my significant other. This is where I want to be, and you're solidified in knowing I've got to experience going on dates, and it does nothing for me because I am so in love with this individual. Right. That's it. So I know, boom, that's where I want to be. So you kind of, in that aspect, get to see it, but then at the same time, it could also leave your relationship in a ramshackle all over the damn place. Crazy from where you started from. So you have to consider that too, going into it, and what your relationship is going to be once you come out of it. So, but it is a good way, like I said, for the person to either step up, step down, and step to the side to know this is truly where you want to be, or no, damn, I got a little spark from this other individual I went on a date with, so I really don't know, or I'm not solidified in my current situation. So I mean, that's how I look at it. That's why it's Sophisticatedly Ratchet for me.
Flash.
Yeah, I keep mine short. I feel like I talk too nasty to my shorty for her to feel like the grass is greener on the other side. In my mind, I think I try to give like this whole experience where I'm like, there ain't no grass on that side of the fence. Like,
but that's just sexually though.
No, I'm kidding. I know I'm kidding.
I know what you're joking. I know.
But I know me personally, I'm not naturally, or I feel like I'm grown out of it at least, where I'm not so much of a jealous person. So part of me also understands, like, if I feel like me and my shorty vibing, chances are I'm still pushing through, I'm showing effort. She should never feel this way. But if there is a point in a relationship where maybe I've fallen off and maybe I'm not stepping up or whatever the case is, I can half expect her to say like, yeah, I want to date other people to see if this is right for me. And I'm personally okay.
You gotta eat that. You gotta eat
that. That's exactly where the people are on the show, by the way.
Right.
They feel exactly like that. Like, maybe I lost the spark a little bit. Maybe I'm not showing up as much as I used to. Right.
Yeah. So. And I've seen real life situations of this where it's like, my boy's fiance was just going through a point. I don't know if it was midlife crisis or what, but she was like, I don't know if I want to be with this guy. And she started dating outside of their relationship. And he stuck by her and stayed with it the whole time because he really loved her. He did love her, and he wanted the marriage, but I guess she was trying to figure it out. But she did end up coming back to him. They ended up having, kids in this wonderful relationship, I guess. So
beautiful.
Part of me understands. Yeah, part of me understands that's real life. Like that can be real life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so if my lady ever got to this space where it's like she wants to explore that opportunity, even if it's before marriage,
that means
like,
you're a yes.
Really for her?
You're a yes, Flash.
But I said I talk too nasty though. That's why I said maybe not. I don't know. I don't know how I feel. There ain't no grass on the other side.
You can't like dirty talk.
It's just this. This is the only lawn.
Look,
I'll be honest. Are you done, Flash? No, go. You was gonna
I'm
say
done,
something
man.
else.
Come on.
Come on.
I was
Give me
done.
some
Come
more
on.
Zaddy. Come on, Zaddy answers. That was a Zaddy answer just
Yeah,
now.
I'm a full Zaddy today. I'm full Z.
I see you in character.
I ain't gonna
King.
front though. That
Well,
response
Zaddy.
is like I'm
You get it?
you know, if I'm about to like get married to someone, that I ain't gonna front that it's a maturity thing to kind of let her go and
Yeah.
actually see that. I'd be
Right
thinking
before
about,
making
like,
that
yo,
major step.
like I guess my mentality be like, hey, you know, what's going on here that would make you even want to go out? You know, I feel like that conversation would need to be had first, but then, you know what I mean? Again, every situation different, so I could, you know, there's maturity in that and respecting that feeling if that's how she actually felt.
Yeah. And I think that's
Yeah,
why my
correct.
answer is sophisticatedly ratchet too. I feel like I don't know if I'd go on a reality show to do it, but ding, 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 right? That's the Virgo in you, Mash.
No, I
That's
wouldn't
the
do
Virgo
that.
in you, not
That's
trying
crazy.
to put your stuff on blast. Virgos are very private people. But I like,
Hey,
they all get famous after being on the show, by the way. Like Hollywood is making a lot of money. He has like a whole bunch of lines out, and he was on another season. But anyway, and they didn't stay together. Him and his girlfriend ended up breaking up. Sometimes you go through so
Ramshackle
much
indeed.
with you get a drink too, Bugs.
That was a sneak dish. Go ahead.
But yeah, so like if the relationship is not working and we're trying to figure it out and we could have a therapist support us through it, I don't think I would feel comfortable like how your friend did it, Flash. He's very strong. He's very strong. I would need like a therapist to guide us through that. And I think that's exactly what the show does. There's a therapist guiding people through it. Like one girl is dealing with infidelity with her man. Her name is Shay, and his name was hold on, let me go to my notes.
Oh my God, I forgot his name.
Shay and Alfonso.
Alfonso.
Alfonso actually works for what's his name? The big guy from Miami. He's a rapper. Rick Ross.
Okay, bro.
He's like a manager or something like that for Rick Ross or something like that. And so, you know, he's always around very beautiful women, you know, with nice bodies, and he got money. So he'd be like, you know, giving girls money. And she said, yo, he proposed to me, and then I had to call the wedding off because I don't feel like he's been handling me the way I feel like he should be handling me. And like she said that they went to a restaurant and a girl came up to him and he gave her money in front of him. Like, and she's like, why the fuck are you giving this girl money? And he's like, oh, you know, because she, you know, I know her, but you know, whatever. Long story short, she has a lot of trust issues with him and infidelity issues with him. So when he would go on the dates, when she would go on a dates, pretty much what the therapist was trying to tell her is that, you know, if you're feeling a way about him going out, then you don't trust him. That's too much for you. You can't get married to this guy. You have to have a good relationship where you trust him and you can put him out in any situation. So every time he went on a date, she was mad and insecure. So things like that can be revealed in a relationship. And I think that, you know, it could work for certain people, but for me, I would want to be supported with a therapist. I'm complete, and that's all I have for reality news. So I don't take it.
Okay.
I have a question.
That was a good topic, right?
Yeah, it was a good topic. Yeah.
I have a question, TJ. Like in terms of the show, I don't know how many episodes have been running, but is there like a lot of swallowing your pride for some of these situations? I'm assuming
a lot of it. Yes. Yeah.
Obviously, you got to be open to hearing some shit, but you got to be open to them doing some shit that
100%
probably wouldn't be comfortable with in relationships.
And some of the men. And some of the men say exactly that. Like, yo, when I saw another man buying my girl flowers and she was excited about it, oh, hell no. He threw that shit in the garbage. You know, like he was like, oh, hell no. Like he couldn't handle that. But you have to be willing to handle that. You have to be willing to know that your girl is cute too. And she could get anything out in these streets too. So you got to keep it right. If you started like that in the beginning, you got to follow up throughout the relationship. You know,
I think it worked both ways though. I feel like for same thing for women too.
100%.
I think that sometimes that's often overlooked in relationships because, I mean, well, I can't speak for every relationship, but if you don't communicate your expectations, then it gets really, really hard. You know what I mean?
Yes, it does.
It gets really, really hard. And I think that those people sometimes lose their way in their relationships, and that's why they wind up on those shows. But
I agree.
Or in that situation, yeah.
In the situation.
And the reunion's coming out and it's super juicy. I can't wait to report on that. Hopefully MASH is ready and we can do our YouTube version of that because
I'm ready for that. I watched that show, so
it's gonna be juicy. I'm complete.
All right. So I'm gonna jump into.
I apologize. I don't want to hold up the reality TV segment, but I'm sorry. That was just crazy, son. So they went to dinner, right? A man and woman went to dinner, and they just chilling. And another woman just walks up to him, and this nigga reaches in her pocket and just give him money, and she walks away. There was like, well, I don't know what the extent of verbiage was going on, but that's like on some pimp shit.
Well, yeah, I mean, he has a lot of money. He
correctly.
walks around with Rick Ross. So, you know, he may have had, and I think that's what happened in the reunion because he proposed to her again at the end of the show. And on the reunion, she's not wearing her ring. And she said that they broke up because he decided to come clean with her before I guess they got married. And he wanted to let her know that he really has been cheating on her. And this is Alfonso and Shay.
Alfonso? Oh, yeah, Alfonso. He looked
like you know Alfonso was out there, please.
But I mean, she should have known that. He looked like the type.
That's why I said
why would you give a girl money in a restaurant if you haven't been?
Yeah, that's a real red flag for me. I've never heard of some crazy shit like that.
When you have money like that and it's not a big deal, it's nothing to you because you're fucking these girls because they come up to you or whatever, but they know that they're not your girl.
That's inappropriate.
It is inappropriate.
That's inappropriate.
But I think their issue was even bigger than infidelity. It's like he was still fucking his baby mama.
Oh, he all over.
I think he didn't end things with his baby mama clean before he started fucking with Shay. And so, you know, she never felt introduced to his family. His mom loved the baby mama. But I digress. Sorry, guys. That's it. I'm
complete. No, that's fine. That's fine.
I'm getting y'all all hooked on reality TV now.
Well, no, that's good because I watched that show anyway. So I'm going to jump into a little bit of reality stuff on social media. And it's a bit crazy. So let's talk about it. So Mariah Carey, do we believe this, is headed to court over copyright infringement claims. And this is obtained by TMZ. But according to a lawsuit obtained by TMZ, it says that Andy Stone, he co-wrote and recorded a song called All I Want for Christmas Is You back in 1989. And states that his song got extensive airplay and appeared on the Billboard charts during the 1993 Christmas season. Mariah's hit was released in 1994. However, Andy claims Mariah and her camp never sought or obtained permission to use the song title, and he is seeking $20 million in damages. How do we feel about that? That's crazy to me.
Can I go?
Yes, go ahead.
Why are you now speaking up now? Like, it's been years. We're in 2022.
Exactly.
That is Mariah Carey's song for as far as I'm concerned.
Yo, that nigga lost a lot of money in the stock market. And now he's like, you know what? I need money. And she about to pay me.
That money. Yeah. I feel like it. Like, there's no statute of limitations on that. So is there any sort of reference to him even trying to attempt to claim this earlier? Like,
is there a statute of limitations?
Yeah,
that's a good question.
That's what I really
is he just now bringing it now, or has he been trying to fight this for? Like, he's been trying to do this before? Because it's like it is weird that.
Well, it doesn't say that. It just says that he's this been going on. I guess he's saying that he recorded or co-wrote the song first. And
here's the thing though. Even if it is a statute of limitation, she's still making money now off it. Like this Christmas,
correct. That's every Christmas
off of it.
Yeah.
So even if he doesn't win the backwards of it, he could at least win like how much money she's gonna make every year still off of it. You know
how much money? How much money is being requested in this case?
$20 million. $20
million. Okay.
$20 million.
$20 million. Yeah. That's wild.
That's a nice piece
of
change.
It might get knocked down to like $3 million. You request a lot.
I'll take it.
Then might get and then he may get a piece of the future streams.
Yeah, I was watching a TED talk on melodies and copyright laws. Like, there's so many different ways to have someone approach you for copyrighting their shit. Like, even if your melody sound, there's only like a possible set of melodies that can be created. And everyone has had that melody in a song already. So you're more than likely going to copyright someone by mistake before you do it on purpose. And most people get brought to court because of that. Like, he might have been copyrighted by Mariah, but the amount of time that it takes for him to come to them and be like, yo, give me my money, it's questionable. It's questionable.
Bro.
You probably should have came to him a little bit sooner.
Bro.
But he's within his right to, question if they possibly stole his shit. It's crazy.
Yo, the way I see it, bro, like, great artists still. I feel like we see so many cases. There was this famous Jamaican song with this lady, and her song became like such a big hit over here in the States, and she wasn't getting like no money from the shit because she was in Jamaica. I forget the name of the song, but you know, when she found out like her work was being used, especially to make millions of dollars, she had to sue for that. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes people know exactly what they're doing, and that's just what happens. And so when they come in for their money, I get it. Like it is what it is.
With that TED talk, I mean,
I drop it in the
with
show
that TED talk. I'm trying to think about the direction that I had. Is there overall protection that you have with copyright laws, or with the fact that with the way melodies are, that it doesn't matter how, like, there's no sort of copyright law that can protect you from that. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, at some point you can be sued. Is that? I'm trying to think if that's the.
At some point you can't be sued. You need to be sure that you're actually creating original content. That's just what I would recommend the most, is be sure that you're creating original content to avoid those potential situations, because they will find you,
get their money.
And there's nothing to say, like even if he never reached out to Mariah before, there's nothing to say
You're
that
on mute, Shake.
Like, he could still wait.
And to be
years.
honest, he
There's nothing
could
to say
have
that
reached
he
out.
couldn't.
Maybe he reached out to Mariah. I'm not to cut you off, but I'm saying maybe he did reach out, and maybe the camp, for whatever reason, could have possibly been ignoring him, or maybe he tried to talk about it before the lawsuit. Like, hey, let's agree on a set price. I don't know. I'm just saying that could have possibly happened.
Absolutely.
And maybe now that he feels like he's getting shunned, he's like, you know what? Let me sue your ass. You know,
Yeah,
because
usually
sometimes
is
that
the case.
happens.
But I'm trying to think about the
for
left side now. Can people just wait? Like, okay, I gonna copyright my shit. I ain't gonna say nothing. And then wait 10 years later when all that money's made and be like, you know what? That I need to get that piece.
I need my
I don't
bread.
know, can it go in that direction?
As long as you can
That's
prove
what I
that it
wanna
was
know.
yours, I don't see why you can't.
Yeah,
And that's
mine.
dangerous. You
It's
fuck up and
mine.
people can wait.
And then in order for
like you investment,
in order
like
for
a mistaken investment.
in order for it to be
Gotcha.
copyright infringement, you got to be ball for ball, line for line.
Ball
Like,
for
you
ball,
got to
that's right.
copy that
Every
shit.
motherfucking word.
You got to copy that shit. Like, the lines, everything got to be the same. So you can prove that. Yeah, you can get your bread.
That's crazy. That's crazy. So there's something else going on, and I don't know why they don't leave this man alone already. Bill Cosby, his civil trials begin in California over an alleged sexual assault at the Playboy Mansion. So let's go into this. Bill Cosby is facing yet another sexual assault allegation, this time for a civil case in California that comes less than a year after the comedian was released from prison on an overturned conviction in a separate 2018 case. According to the lawsuit filed in 2014 by Judy Huth, she alleges that Bill sexually assaulted her at the Playboy Mansion in 1975 when she was 16 years old. She says that Bill gave her alcohol and took her to the mansion. Once there, he kissed her on the mouth and forced her to perform a sex act on him.
Bitch,
So,
why are you 16?
Wait, we ain't finished. Right. We ain't finished yet. So the 84-year-old comedian is not expected to testify or attend the trial. His attorney basically said, we are confident that the evidence will discredit the plaintiff's 50-year-old allegation. Cosby's attorney, Jennifer Bogine, said in an opening statement. Bill's spokesperson, Andrew Wyatt, also made a statement saying, we believe that Mr. Cosby will fully be exonerated once the jurors hear the evidence, as well as examine the many inconsistent accounts given by Ms. Huth. So, this is from the Shade Room, and this is basically another allegation against Bill Cosby. And like, how do y'all feel about that? Do y'all feel people's doing too much? Do you feel it's true?
Question. She said she was 16.
Yes.
At the time that it happened.
Yeah, in 1975, she was 16 years old, and she said that Bill gave her alcohol. That Bill gave her alcohol and took her to the mansion, and once there, kissed on her mouth and forced her to perform a sex act on him.
Oh, he took her there. Oh, so
that's what it says. That she's alleging that he gave her the alcohol, took her to the mansion, and once there, kissed her on her mouth and forced her to perform a sex act on him.
Is there a statute of limitations on this?
I thought
we talked about.
I thought, yeah, I believe. I thought there was. I thought there was a sexual statute.
If it's a civil suit, then it may be different in terms of
because it is a civil suit. She's suing him, and she don't need that much to get him sued.
Right.
His freaking record.
Go ahead, Shake.
Oh no, I was about to just say his record is really bad right now, and this is actually the perfect.
No, it's
time
not. He got what Mash said. He got exonerated.
Yo, let's talk in real life on how people feel about.
I feel what you're saying.
How people feel about Bill Cosby. People feel Bill Cosby did that shit, and just because he got exonerated and he got it, and he was acquitted. A lot of people still think he did it. So him going to trial right now for a lawsuit is a good chance she could make some money off of him. Real talk.
But thoughts are not feelings, or feelings are not
not only that, but remember the jurors have feelings. Whether it's fact or feelings, they have
But you
feelings.
can't make
about
your.
check their
But they
feelings
tell
into
the jurors they
consideration,
cannot
is
think
what
of
you're
it
saying,
based on
Mandy.
things that they've seen.
You a
before. It's only
person.
what's in the courtroom.
You a person.
I feel like
You
there's no
always
one that's
gonna
not
go
going
on
to know
feelings.
about like the Bill Cosby lawsuit. So the civil, like in terms of the civil suit, like the jurors have to have. There's no one that's not going to have prior knowledge about Bill Cosby to some degree. So their feelings have to have some sort of degree. Or at least that's just the thought. But
in the courtroom, what they're going to tell you is take all the thoughts, anything that you've seen on TV. You cannot use that here. You have to go based on the law.
We also ask those people to be fair and just, but those people usually don't have the same perspective that the person who's on trial does. Yeah. Like it's not a jury of your peers. Like it says, like it's supposed to be. It's usually a jury of people who don't look nothing like you.
Yo, but I do want to speak about the fact that I think that it's just an attempt to drain them. Like obviously, again, I think that obviously Bill Cosby has fallen off icon wise, and it's just to kind of just bring him down even more because it's like you're not trying to put him in jail now. Now it's just trying to get the money out of him. It's like what's the point? You know?
Yup. And now they add statutory rape to it, right? Because she's 16. Don't forget about that.
It's just dirty in his name. Like when he does pass,
correct her age.
There's gonna be so much thing talking about this versus his actual legacy and what he's
where were your parents though? Where were your parents? Why were you out running the streets with this old ass man at 16 years old? And when you went to the mansion, why didn't you tell anybody about that? You know,
right, and I think and I'm because back in the back in the 70s, they kind of say it was like the hippie time.
Sounds like you guys are victim shaming. Sounds like you guys.
I'm not victim shaming.
That's what I was about to say.
Sounds like you're victim shaming.
That's what you sound like you're doing.
Everyone should. I feel like everyone is cognizant of the fact that they can.
I was 16 once too, and I was out, and when I was doing my thing, so I already know.
Ask you a question.
And I know exactly what the fuck I'm doing.
You meet a famous person.
I feel like everyone is cognizant of just like knowing when to report abuse. Like I feel like it's just. I feel like we have a pattern of instances where we have people waiting decades to kind of report something that they could have easily reported earlier, and that is something that kind of.
I can't speak on that, Boogie, because I know a lot of rape victims that feel a lot of different things and why they can't talk about it at the time.
I'm not talking about like the 90s, 2000s. I'm talking about in the current kind of state that we're in, where we have so many outlets for like the Me Too movement has been active for years now. So
it doesn't matter
for people to.
There are little girls getting raped and don't talk about it. They don't know what's going on in the Me Too movement. And it takes them some time to even know that they were even molested. You didn't even know that it was a violation because you didn't even know about sex yet.
And I'm going to give an example, I'm going to give an example. There was a case in my office where the stepfather raped 2 sisters or 3 sisters. And just now in 2022, the judge gave him, I think 30 years to life in court, and it's in the paper, and I'll show it to y'all on the side. 30 years to life, and just basically called him an animal, and he impregnated every last one of them sisters.
Oh my god! And I'm sure they didn't know.
That hurts my soul. Yeah, they were about, and at the time, I think they were young. They were like 12 or 13 or something like that, and to know that they had to live with the man in the house, like it was a lot. They went through a lot. So
I'm not. I don't feel like I would victim shame over this. I just feel like, damn, it's been so long ago. Half of me is thinking like, will Bill Cosby even know who this person is?
Yeah,
and I also know like
he fucked as a famous person.
Yeah, and I'm just thinking too, even what you were saying, like we talk about like where the parents were and shit, but I feel like the state of stuff even back then, we talking 30 years ago or some shit.
It's like
has
changed, the layout's changed. The people no longer there. Who are the witnesses to the shit? Like there's no way to trace it.
Yo, they used to put commercials talking about, do you know where your children are and shit? Do you that's a real message? Like 11 o'clock, where all my children?
10 o'clock,
10 o'clock, whatever. Like, so clearly, children were out like doing shit.
For them to do that, I didn't even think of that. You're right.
Not to discredit, what Mo and TJ said. Like, that perspective is real in terms of people still not aware of like the outlets that they can reach out to. So I definitely don't want to ever dismiss that. I do think about the celebrity aspect, like the mainstream people, Nick Cannon, the Me Too movement, how that's affected. Not trying to say good or bad, but just people that's been affected. For Kevin Spacey. And it's just like there's been a lot of attention.
Was in the Me Too movement too. What happened with him?
I mean, in terms of just canceling people over comments or anything, just tying it to rape. Like there has been people accused and people have been affected by that. So that's why I'm thinking like it would be easier for women to kind of reach out because it's like, yo, if you say that this man assaulted you, you literally, that verbiage alone was going to put that man in trouble in terms of social media alone, let alone the police. So I'm thinking that like women are empowered to speak more because of how easily it is to.
No, sometimes
at least
not.
just from the perspective I see in terms of like, you know,
because they don't want the
it's handled in the
backlash.
Like-
When you're a celebrity, you don't want the backlash of people saying, "Oh no, she wanted it," or "She did that," and she's trying to frame him, she's trying to get money. So sometimes you won't say anything right away. I could see it both ways. I could see why women don't talk. Even today, you get raped today, and you don't feel comfortable talking until another 10 years.
I'm thinking that
It's
you would have
different
an
things.
incentive to say something.
I see where you
like,
go. I see where you're
but-
going with it though, Boogie, because it's like a chink. It's like there's a chink in Bill Cosby's armor right now. Like,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Like, you used to be he used to have such a thick armor around him that you didn't want to put yourself in a situation where now I look like the crazy girl. I look like the crazy girl. You know what I'm saying?
That's against
And
this popular person that no one would even believe.
Exactly.
Right, exactly.
At the time.
You know what I'm
So it's
saying?
like your word
So
against their word.
And there was no Me Too movement at that time.
Word and to respond,
so they would have shut her down real quick.
You're right. And to respond
Absolutely.
to Flash,
Right.
Flash saying that Bill Cosby don't even remember her. The fact that he don't remember her doesn't make her any less of a victim if she was a victim.
No,
but I still want to figure out why she was at the Playboy Mansion at 16. Like, what is she doing there?
He brought her there. That's what Mo said. He brought her there.
Yeah, that the article states allegedly.
When they said that, I said the same thing.
Yeah, that he brought her there. But also, you got to think back in those days in the 1970s. They always say that was like kind of in the hippie, and everybody was kind of free, and you know, they were kind of.
She can't be piping no 16-year-old.
They were not.
I agree, and it did not. Let's be clear. It did not say that he piped the 16-year-old. It said a sexual act was performed. It didn't say.
And also, she's this 16-year-olds that look grown as fuck. She could have not been.
But not back in the day like that, though.
Nah, still back in the day too. It's possible.
I think so. Nigga, look, I remember that fucking scene in Belly, nigga. Wasn't the chick like not? She wasn't an age to fuck Tommy.
I just suck his dick, Tommy.
He was only getting head.
Tommy.
Yeah. So I'm like, come on,
I don't know.
Exactly.
No,
that was a good reference, CJ. That definitely I remember that scene.
But you know, and I'm being honest, and of course, Bill Cosby is much older, or at that time, I would have to calculate how old he was back in 1975. But you know, when I think about my age too, like being 15 and 16, and maybe talking to somebody that was 18 or 19, you get what I'm saying? So it was still kind of, you know.
And you know, it's just crazy. I feel like I have to take back what I said. Like, there's still so much like.
No, I said what his age, what Bill Cosby's age was back in 1975.
He's in his 30s. I already did.
Okay, so he was in his 30s. So 16-year-old.
Yo, wait, hold on. I'm not trying to defend Bill Cosby, but did he really force her if he drove her to the Playboy Mansion?
She could have said, no, I don't want to go.
Right. Did he?
I mean, you got to think about the situation. It's Bill Cosby.
I'm not saying.
I gotta look at the show and where it was at
the
that time.
words that just went through my mind was, did he force her into that car? Like, did he grab her? Get in the car.
Right.
Just go to the Playboy Mansion.
I mean,
together.
think about it. Like it's Bill Cosby. Would he have to force it? He'd be like, yo, get in. It's a 16
or it could have
in
been
that
like,
kind of
hey, we're
situation.
gonna
She's
go
gonna say
somewhere
no.
fun. He said, hey, we're gonna go somewhere fun for
Y'all
you.
make it sound real Michael Jackson.
I don't know.
Real Michael Jackson.
The only thing that I do know is that this is all alleged. Okay.
There we go.
Mash. If they Laura Kidded with Candy and shit and say, hey, come along. Are they any less like?
No, that don't sound like force. That sounds like manipulation. That sounds like they manipulated this small child's mind. But that's now, if you say that Bill Cosby
Michael Jackson case, by the way,
right? If Bill Cosby manipulated this girl's mind into getting into this car because he told her he's taking her to Rob Playland, but instead took her to the Playboy Mansion, then I'd be like, oh, that's a different scenario. That nigga crazy.
Got you.
But it's just different words in my mind.
If he manipulated her with his fame. You know what I'm saying? And TJ, by the way, the line goes like this for Belly. It's Keisha. I don't know no fucking Keanu.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, you got it.
I love that.
And then he fucks her so sexy on that bed. And then they play the African music.
Oh, he dog fucked the hot fire.
And then it was beautiful black bodies just glistening.
He fucked the anger out of her.
Well, who was that? Director Hype?
I would like to add, I think that's the first time.
Hype Williams.
I would like to add, that's the first time I think where women of a dark skin complexion was just like
for you.
just like you
She was
just
sexy.
idolized
She was
that because she
sexy.
was sexy as fuck.
Yeah.
She
Yes,
was.
they were like shining and shit. The way
Shining,
the
yes.
camera was,
Baby
like the
oil
skin,
and backs.
which
and
it was like very.
movement.
It's a lot of baby oil.
That was a dope ass movie.
It was a nice
R.I.P. and
sex scene,
DMX too.
Yeah.
Shout out to Hype Boy.
Yo, what shit?
That
Yo, not to
Jamaican
go-
scene was kill off. Every time
Yes.
that shit come on, I start
She-
dancing. I start
Yep.
whining just like the
Bum
girl.
bum. What the bum bum.
Yo, not to go off scene, but what's
That's
your
the
favorite
song, Flash, that
Yeah.
you said earlier. That's the
That
song.
might
Isn't it
be.
Bum Bum?
Yeah, it might be.
I think
Yeah.
it is actually. Yeah, she didn't get her royalties for like years.
Oh, that's crazy. That's when that
Yeah.
came full circle.
Yeah.
Yo,
You right?
That's
But
wild.
I'm
Not to go
But-
off subject, but what's your favorite sex scene from a movie though?
No,
Yo,
we're
yo,
not gonna
you-
do that. We're not doing
You
that.
nigga-
Yeah,
We're
not
not
until
doing
the break,
that.
my guy.
We
Not
know
until
we got-
that.
We're not doing
Whatever.
Belly's
that.
top five.
You know what?
I
Belly's
did
top
wanna,
five. Belly's top
Hold
five.
it.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes. We're not gonna go there. But I'm gonna move it right along.
Make an episode.
Wait, can I
I'm
say
gonna move
one
it right
last thing
along
though?
to shake. What is it, Boogie? You want?
I just
I
want to
mean,
say just
yeah,
one
to
last
Flash,
thing.
actually.
Like just to kind of like keep everything in perspective. I do hope that like this suit is just more or less fairly investigated. So
Absolutely.
you could really just find out the truth. No, all jokes aside, I definitely hope that's the case. I also, again, I also want to take back some of the there are still cases of this going on. And I feel like I need to not be ignorant about that. Like there are major gaming companies such as Ubisoft, Blizzard that have been involved in rape and sex scandals, and that's currently going on with all the technology and surveillance going on. So yeah, even with that present, that's still taking place. So yeah, there is no excuse for it, and I definitely understand how people are kind of deterred from saying shit. There are a lot of ways. So yeah, I just want to make it's very serious, and I hope this is investigated thoroughly.
Absolutely. Thank you for
Facts,
that.
facts. Is it me? Is it me? Is it me?
I'm gonna move on to
Come on.
Flash. Yes, Flash.
Bring
You
me
up
in.
next. You
Doing
up
my
next.
double dutch shit. Come on.
You up next.
All right, and I will just say,
Zaddy.
I will just say, it's safe to say that Bill Cosby's life is in a ramshackle.
Agreed.
Gosh.
Agreed.
Yes.
You tried it.
I
You
can't.
tried it.
There you go.
tried it.
Good job. Good job.
Point for me. All right,
Nothing else in my cup.
so-
You know that's
get
so
lit.
corny that you got to get that point. Like that was.
I'm gonna drink too.
I thought you was gonna do that, Boogie. I thought you was really gonna do that, but you kept it real serious.
I
Yeah,
I
it's too
really
late.
want to be
Usually
serious
do.
because like when you was
Usually
talking
do.
about how people like some women don't know, I had to think about how there's currently like sex scandals going on still for other companies, unrelated to like celebrities and all that. But
Correct.
it made me
Absolutely.
think about how people are still kind of dealing with the shit. Anyway,
Yeah, go ahead,
My
Flash.
turn.
Hit
Let
us.
us Let us
It's my,
talk.
it's my scene now. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
So I'm here to talk. I got two stories, too short. I'm gonna try and keep it short and sweet because I know we on time. All right. So on March 31st, 2019, our brother, our king, one of the members in our rap community, Nipsey Hussle, was killed. Okay. The result of this,
R.I.P. Nipsey.
a manhunt. Okay, this manhunt led to the capture of a gentleman by the name of Eric Holder. He's a 32-year-old felon, and he was also a rapper. Okay, he took our beloved Nipsey, who was a Grammy Award winning artist, and pretty much had him live fate to this senseless killing. Okay. Nipsey Hussle received 11 gunshot wounds to his body. Autopsy, I think, said that the ones to his heart were the ones that really like took him out. And finally, this case is coming to trial. Now, why did it take so long? First thing is COVID.
Exactly.
Okay, this happened like right before everything started getting crazy. So the case had got pushed back a couple times. I think the case had got pushed back one more time because homeboy didn't want to come out his cell to the trial and all this other stuff. So it got moved to a couple dates, but now is the time where this thing is about to happen. Holder, like I said, he was a convicted felon. He was part of Nipsey's gang, the Rolling 60s Crip gang. So that's kind of where their affiliation was. They have this attorney right now that's representing him, Aaron Jensen, and his case for Holder is that he has pretty much some mental health issues. He's saying that because dude went through stuff like electroshock therapy, his mom died, he was on medication and this, that, and the third, and this led to him being so unstable when it came to killing off Nipsey. So he's pleading not guilty, and he's being held for $7 million in Twins Tower Correctional Facility in LA. The trial is expected to last over the next month. They started jury selection last week, Thursday. And yeah, I just want to see our boy get justice. So definitely wanted to put that into the airwaves for brother Nipsey or whatnot. Y'all got any feeling towards Nipsey or anything that you want to see from the trial?
I'm surprised he made it to trial. I would have thought, not that I would have
I'm just
thought,
happy he's gonna get served.
the way that everyone responded to his loss of life, I thought that they would have caught him before the police caught him. But I'm glad to see that he's on trial now for his acts.
Yeah. All right. But yeah, definitely going down. And like I said, I had 2 stories for y'all. So my next story, yo, can I tell y'all? I've fallen in love with like dad jokes recently. Can I tell a dad joke?
Okay, Zaddy. Can it
Okay,
be a
I'm
Zaddy joke?
I'm gonna tell a Zaddy joke. Okay, a Zaddy joke.
Zaddy
joke. All right. What do you call an accident while getting topped off?
An explosion?
Close. It's called a head-on collision. Okay. All right. Yeah, but that's my dad joke. Anyway.
That's a dirty dad joke.
That's kind of good.
That's a Bill Cosby dad joke. Bill Cosby would joke like that. You know, that's a dad joke. Bill Cosby, nigga.
That was a Bill Cosby joke.
Anyway,
that's a Bob Saget joke. New Bob Saget.
R.I.P. Bob Saget. R.I.P. Bob Saget.
Word. Anyway, so this story is about how a man kind of put his penis in quite the ramshackle. Okay. So of course this shit happened in Florida. I know, you see me, right? Double time.
Yo, TJ, what are you drinking?
Ice water. I put some ice in it.
Oh. Yo, so this story I saw and I thought this shit was pretty interesting. But this dude in Florida, where all shit goes to get weird, he apparently was getting head while he was driving.
Yes,
and Shorty's giving him head to stand a third. And they full on wrecked out while he was getting head. I just want to show y'all a picture of what the accident.
Yeah. Oh, hell to the no. Wow. She is good.
Yeah,
now I'm in my feelings. You know how many times I've given head while somebody was driving and they didn't do that?
Oh,
she must have been really good.
Yeah, that's a good ass head. He was
I need some instructions from her. Did they make it?
No, TJ.
No. They made it. They made it.
Okay.
Yeah, they live. Like and it's wild because the scene had like her laying on the sidewalk with her panties and shit. Like his penis, like they say he had wounds to his penis and shit, but I think they say he's gonna make it. So this is why I also like you gotta be careful when you give a head. But I had a burner question real quick because I found the story so interesting and shit. All right, so my burner question to y'all is: would you be mad at your significant other if they crashed the whip while you was giving them top? And I guess like for guys, if you was eating your chick's pussy at like 50 miles an hour when she crashed the whip, like would you be mad? Like,
I would never do that.
Not sure why I would be doing that, but yeah, I get mad. Don't crash the car.
All right, so for everybody, I got yes for Boogie, I got yes for Mash, sophisticatedly ratchet from Shake, sophisticatedly ratchet from Mo, and a no never from TJ. And I also had yes for sure. All right, so who had the sophisticatedly ratchet? TJ, you go. Why would you?
I said no. No, I said
mad.
no. I said I wouldn't be mad. I mean, we both were at fault. Like, damn, we fucked up together. We got to deal with this together. I can't just take it on, put the blame on somebody else now.
So your man should have been in control of the wheel while you was over there giving that guac.
No, I'm just saying I wouldn't be upset. No one. Wait, what's the question?
No, I said, would you be mad?
I be mad? No, I wouldn't be mad. Like, we're both doing it together. We're both responsible for it.
Question: would you be proud of your skills? The fact that you allowed him to crash his car because it was so good.
I think you should be proud.
Yeah, she would.
Something to brag about.
I'd be proud. Like I said, I was like, that girl got skills. Because I mean, I've sucked a lot of dick, but I've never, well, not a lot of dick, but I'm saying it was one person.
That shorty gonna be telling all her friends about that shit. Like, yo, I gave him head and he crashed the whip because of that shit. That's some good motherfucking head I gave that nigga.
You slow down. That's what you do. You don't drive fast.
That's what shit you brag about. You right, put that shit in the book.
All right, Mash.
Maybe I'm
go
not
ahead,
that
Shake. Go ahead, Shake. Go ahead.
Yo, I said sophisticatedly ratchet because nigga, I would never I would
That's
never.
why it's not.
You know, it sounds crazy and shit. And the way I give head, nigga, that bitch going crash. I'm pushing for that shit. Okay. How the fuck?
God.
I do some crazy shit like that? Nah, son.
What do you do?
Nah,
What do you
I
do?
would
I
know
wanna
it's
know.
my
I wanna
fault.
know.
I'll be
She's
upset with
driving,
myself.
so her foot got to be on the pedal, my nigga. How crazy?
Yeah, exactly. How you gonna do that?
No, I really need you to answer that question
I
for
don't
me, my
think
nigga,
women
because you
can
got
get
her both her
head.
foot in the
I
air.
don't think
You
you
can get
I
head
mean,
while we driving.
That's
I
why I
would-
put. That's why I
You
put
can use your
sophisticatedly
hand.
ratchet. But that's why I said sophisticatedly ratchet, because I said I don't think a woman can really drive and a guy could give her head while driving.
Yeah,
No.
yeah.
I feel like this
No.
nigga Shake
It
might
could
try
be
to do some crazy
possible.
shit.
It could be, but it would just be like.
Yes,
No,
he gonna have
that's
he gonna have his he gonna have his hand
Not the
holding
way
down
Mo
the
sits on
pusher.
the way Mo sits on the steering wheel. Hell no, there's
Nah.
no room.
So I know,
You know,
no.
she got
So look,
legs and
no.
hips and body, and then the
So
steering
nah.
wheel be right there.
Yeah.
So in my mind, the way how this would go is she would have to lift her leg up, and he would have to use his arms for the gas and the brake, and that's how you can get like
You're
the
so
full immersion.
dramatic. You're
It
so
is it's too much.
dramatic.
All right,
You're
Mo.
like-
But how
what
he
was your
gonna
answer?
see?
My
How he
answer.
gonna see?
My
She
answer
gotta do the
was.
navigating. She gotta
My
navigate.
answer was sophisticatedly ratchet because I feel like women really can't drive and get head at the same time. But if that's what you wanted to do, nigga, let's pull over to the side of the road. You know,
Right, yeah.
No,
and let's get
Mo
it.
was like, I'll
First
be
off-
busted wide open. Let me pull
first
up real
off,
quick.
let's
Because,
pull
you know,
over.
the
I think you got it
wheel
fucked
here,
up,
my
Mo,
thigh
'cause you
Yeah,
don't
my
want
thigh is
giving
here.
head.
Exactly. Huh?
No, you're the one giving head, Mo.
But that's
Nah.
not what
Right,
he
you
said.
be
He
giving
didn't
head
say.
too. No, I
You
said
gotta
both.
give
I
it
said both.
head.
Really.
He said both,
Yeah.
right? He said I'm
I said for
speaking
the
from
guys.
his
giving
perspective.
head and he
Yeah.
crashed the
Right.
car. You wouldn't be upset, Mo?
Yeah, that's the question.
Honestly, I can't be mad at him because I also was engaged in that situation. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Like,
That's
so
what I said.
because I could have told him, nah, babe, pull over. Let's do it. Let's pull over and then let me give you head. But if I'm doing it knowing that you're driving, I gotta expect, something may happen. You know?
Yo, I ain't even gonna hold you. I'd be mad at myself.
Word.
Because
Ain't no head good enough.
Because then you know that
Yeah,
she
like-
allowed you, right? That's why I think you
And-
messed up. Because like, damn, this bitch made me crash.
And the only way I know I would crash the car is if I black out. And the only way I'm probably blacking out is probably if I'm orgasming or I'm nutting right
I
then,
was
right
gonna say
then.
that
It's
if you're
gotta be
nutting,
so
yeah.
good. Because you know how niggas like your eyes roll up in the back of your head and shit.
Yes.
That's the time you're gonna crash. You're
I'm
not
trying to think
Yeah,
about that.
word.
No, I like where you just don't want to like interrupt that process. Neither like yo, I don't give a fuck. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like
I just feel like
go ahead.
I just feel like you shouldn't be crashing unless you're coming. If you crash before you come, then you should absolutely be mad at yourself. But yeah, I'd be mad at myself. But who else? Boogie. Go ahead.
But that's why I want a nigga that's that focused. Like, I'm looking at the road and I'm about to come. I'm about to come. And you and just
Facts.
keep it together. Keep it
He
together.
coming, he
And
coming.
I take that all
That sounds like
out.
so much
It's
fun.
not
That
a
sounds
dress.
like so
And the
much
I
focus.
spit
fun.
it out the window, 'cause
Oh,
I'm
you
not
nasty
slow.
little slut.
But I'm cleaning everything up, it's good. But you're focused.
Oh
You got my life.
I
Because I could
bet.
take my seatbelt off to do it.
He would love that
Yeah.
shit. Yo, you
I really
no,
have to take my
no,
seatbelt off to go
absolutely.
in.
Here's the thing,
I have
right?
to.
Boom, boom. So to get optimum head as a guy, right? So you don't have to take your seatbelt off all the way, but what you do is you click your seatbelt behind you, right? And you just pull the strap over. So now all you have the strap and you got all this free space below you, and you still have the strap over you because the strap is clicked in behind you. You dig
It's
what
only
I'm
covering
saying?
your lower belly though.
Shake-
It's not covering like your
Over
upper
my-
top.
It's gonna
Like,
cover. No, it's gonna be
crash.
across your chest. You're not gonna get the belly part, but you'll be having
Shake-
across your chest.
But shit, you a selfish nigga because how she gonna be strapped in? You the only nigga strapped in.
Yo, I'm gonna have to save us both.
Let me tell you, let me be honest.
Brace for impact.
If you ever seen like a car crash like that, it's
not pretty.
bad. And my
not pretty.
niece, she had the whole seatbelt on, and she didn't have. Well, she had the seatbelt on, but she didn't have this piece over her. She
Yeah.
bust her whole front of her head in a car
Wow.
crash. Whole front of her
Yeah.
head busted
No
open
joke.
because it hit
No
the dash.
joke.
So I'm gonna be upset with my guy if he crashes. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie.
Yo,
Because
y'all
nigga,
seen,
you get your shit together
have
because
focus.
I don't even have my seatbelt on properly. Yeah,
That's why for me,
In Black Summer
for me,
season
it's
two?
pull over, and I've done that before. When we pull over, sir, we not, if we were stable, that's completely different.
No,
But I just
think
can't
it's
chance
kinda
that.
dope with the
Nah.
windows
It's dope,
down,
but
with
I'm
the
not
windows
chasing-
blasting, that
It
shit
could be
is
dope.
dope.
while I'm
Lit.
driving.
That's right.
Yo.
You could get it while you're driving, but then when you know that you're about to, babe, let me pull over. Yeah, pull over. Yeah.
Yo, Boogie, go ahead so we can wrap up.
Yeah, so we can wrap up. I could.
All right, so peace, y'all. So I definitely want to give, we talk about some unfortunate things going on so far, but we got some.
He meant go with your answer. Is that what you was referring to, Flash?
Oh,
he meant go with your answer.
Oh, I thought that's what he had. But go ahead. No, if you got shit.
I want to talk about.
I was with you on that, Flash.
Yeah, but I said something. Go ahead, Mash.
I was telling to say that I feel like women have a stigma of not being able to drive in the first place. And I'm not trying to say that all women can't drive, but most of the women in my life have not been the greatest drivers. So I'd have to be mad at myself if I crashed the whip. I'm just saying, if we crashed the whip because I was
upset with yourself,
I'd be tight. I would have to be tight. Secondly, I don't think it's possible to achieve, and we as Sophisticatedly Ratchet do not promote you eating box while you driving the car.
Never.
Family, no tribes. We do not promote this. Okay, don't misconstrue.
Wait till you get home.
Jokes.
Park the car first.
Jokes. You pop it to the side on the shoulder. You need to get crazy. Do not do it.
Shoulder sex only.
Exactly.
This nigga talking about putting your hand on the gas and on the brake.
No, that's too much.
Do not do that. Okay?
That was crazy.
We do
He
not
was
promote
joking.
that here.
He walked away. He walked away from the mic when he said that. He knew it was on.
Anyway,
glad.
Thank you for that. But what I'm gonna do? All right. So what I'm gonna do? Yeah, let's jump in, Boogie. Let's jump into you and Shakes, and y'all can take us out and wrap us up. Because
no worries. So definitely want to shout out LeBron James officially becoming a billionaire. Shout out to the brother, definitely working hard. Let's get to it. First off, I want to actually jump back because it's 2014 when he was approached. He was talking about it, and his quote specifically is back in 2014. He told GQ, "I want to maximize my business, and if I happen to get it, if I happen to be $1 billion athlete, hip hop hooray! Oh my God, I'm going to be excited." So again, congratulations. That's exactly what he's achieved and accomplished, and let's talk about that in a bit more detail. Facts. So he's still active in the NBA. He's an 18-time All-Star, 4-time NBA champion. He's going to be playing for LA next year. So my man is still employed, for lack of a better term, but already hitting that milestone. Props to him. He has totaled $121 million last year, which pretty much helped him become a billionaire. And pretty much talking about, like, I guess, the $1 billion. The $900 million of that income is from endorsements and business ventures. So we could talk about that, but does anyone want to say anything first before we start going to those details?
I do. So LeBron is amazing. I'm not even a big LeBron fan, but I think it's important that we acknowledge how amazing this man is. Okay, statistically, LeBron is breaking all types of fucking barriers out here. All right,
man. He put his peoples on too.
All right, I just want to focus on one.
To Cleveland in the first time in 2 decades.
One particular highlight that I want to showcase is that this nigga is progressively getting better. He has not plateaued as a player. His individual stats continue to grow. If there was a star in the NBA, I can't think of one that shines as bright as this man. This nigga has
his flowers.
He's one of the leading scorers in the NBA at his age. So it's like you don't even know what his average is yet because it continues to get better. That is undocumented. No one does that. Like that's crazy.
I wanted to give him his flowers as well. LeBron James, like we said, he's the first still active NBA player to be a billionaire. That's a big thing. And he's still balling. And another thing that I love about LeBron James is that he fucking highlights his wife on so many levels. They have been together, I want to say, since high school. I've never heard anything about LeBron cheating on his wife. I've never heard anything crazy in the media about LeBron and his wife, respectfully. And I must say, I absolutely adore that and love that about him. Because it's a lot of times you hear stuff, but I've never heard nothing negative in regards to his marriage or him stepping out on his wife or any kind of things like that. And yeah, they may have.
Did he say one of his goals? Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was just gonna say, but I really appreciate that, and I acknowledge that about him.
Yeah. Didn't they say one of his goals was to play with his son?
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's pretty dope.
Might be, yeah. So I'm hoping. I think after that he'll retire. He wants to at least do that 1 year, and I believe that he'll retire after that.
That's a hell of a story.
That's dope.
Yeah.
So I mean, we could obviously Space Jam 2 came out. That was his last movie. He had obviously it was a whole diverse cast of people, family, Don Cheadle. And that pretty much, in terms of how much that money made, I'm trying to get that information for you. Apologies.
$163 million in the box office. That's how much they made of that movie.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. So that was the latest thing in terms of that. But behind that, specifically, is the Spring Hill Company, which is pretty much him and his mother. that founded that. Spring Hill combined 3 companies into one: James Robot Company, marketing agency, his athlete platform Uninterrupted, and Spring Hill Entertainment, and production. Actually, no, X all that. But regardless, he has the Spring Hill Company, Fenway Sports Group, because he has dreamed about owning an NBA team. So the Fenway Sports Group is a minority stake in Liverpool FC, and right now he owns 1% of the Maverick. I'm sorry, 1% of the Boston Red Sox. Fenway Park in Liverpool. I hope I'm saying that correctly. This can be found in Forbes, by the way, just to let y'all know. But yeah, he has a lot of endorsements behind the scenes, and not just the NBA. As a matter of fact, what he makes in the NBA is just like 121 million. So a lot of his fortunes is in investments and marketing companies that he owns.
He also got a lot of money in real estate too.
Yeah, excellent. Excellent. All right, so we move into another.
Moving on to the next story.
Yes, let's come into the next.
So I'm going to introduce it. Okay. So in light of the recent shootings in all over the U.S., we wanted to just make sure we talked about this before we got off of it. It's my condolences to the families of all the people in these shootings.
Facts.
Absolutely.
All of these, senseless shootings. I just want to go over this. So May 14th, a man with an AR-14 style rifle he shot up a supermarket in Buffalo.
Let's give it more context. Right? An 18-year-old white supremacist killed 10 people and wounded 3 with an assault rifle.
With an assault rifle with an AR-14 style
on live stream in a supermarket.
On live stream. Okay.
Craziness.
And so that's the first one. Then 10 days later, right, in Uvalde, Texas, a guy shoots up
an 18-year-old as well, not a guy.
An 18-year-old shoots up a school.
He was still in high school.
With what is it? It was a regular elementary school, killing 21 people. 19 kids and 2 adults.
2 teachers.
Right? Yeah, 2 adults. Then last week in Tulsa, another man wielding an AR-15 bought the same day. He had bought it that same day, went into the hospital and killed 4 people, and because he was looking for the
doctor that performed his surgery.
That performed surgery on his back.
He killed his back surgeon. He killed the back surgeon. He killed a doctor, a receptionist, and a visitor in the building.
Did he get to the back surgeon? No, he actually.
Yes, he killed the back surgeon. Yeah, he was a black. The black surgeon was black. He was a black.
He was black.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Okay.
Not the guy that did the shooting, but one of the doctors was a black. Yeah, I think the surgeon was black.
Also, yesterday.
What was his story? He was in a lot of pain.
He said he was in pain.
Yeah, he was in a lot of pain. Yes. And he blamed it on the doctor, and he wanted revenge. So he had bought a handgun a week before, and then on the day that he actually went in there, he had purchased an AR-15, and he went in and just shot the place up,
There's a letter on the suspect as well. Like he had intentions on that letter to pretty much kill the doctor, Dr. Phillips, I believe the name is. So there was intent to harm this person.
He left the letter. Did he kill himself, or did the cops kill him?
No, he killed himself.
He killed himself. Yeah,
he killed himself.
And he left a note.
He killed himself.
Yeah,
he left a note, Boogie.
So let me give you the exact quote. We also have a letter on the suspect, which made it clear that he came in with the intent to kill Dr. Phillips and anyone who got in his way. And this was said by
It's all good.
Tulsa Police Department Chief Wendell Franklin.
Right.
Okay.
I think one thing to keep in mind, Shaq, I just want to add this one little tidbit. One thing to keep in mind with these mass shootings is that they only account for when there's 4 deaths or more. There are instances and when people get shot all the time, but they don't report them or make the news because no one died, because no one dies, right? But shootings occur very, very often, but they just aren't publicized because they're not categorized as mass shootings with 4 people died. I just wanted to make sure that was clear. And
maybe
just,
one person died or something, and it was
right,
correct.
That's what classifies as that. Sorry, guys.
Okay.
That was an excellent context. Thank you, man.
All right.
No doubt.
So just a heads up. Yeah. So just a heads up. All right. Last night being Saturday, May 5th. I'm sorry, last Saturday, June 4th. There was a shooting in Philadelphia on South Street. So apparently they believe it was two men. They opened fire in a crowd, shooting 12 people and killing 3 people. This is what we know so far. Is that 3 people are dead, 12 people are injured right now. This happened last night on freaking in Philadelphia. All right. So and then the 2 shooters, by the way, they are on the run right now. So they are looking for the 2 shooters now.
What are they? What's their
I didn't give any descriptions or anything yet, but the people are on the run. My question to you guys is like, how do you feel? And everybody doesn't have any. If you don't have an answer, you don't have to. But like, how do you feel we can protect the places that we should feel most safe? Because they shot up a school, they shot up a hospital, they shot up a church. A street.
Who's they?
We didn't talk about
the people. There's no it's they. There's no group.
The shooters.
The people who are shooting shit up. All right. They shot up a school. They shot up. I'm talking about most recently a school, a hospital, and a supermarket. You feel what I'm saying?
I believe a church was one of them too in California. When it was
that was a church.
That was a church.
Recently, there was a church.
That was a while ago. That was a while ago.
No, it was recent. It was kind of recent.
It was like a few weeks ago.
A few weeks.
You know what? You're 100% right.
Yes.
It was a church. It was a church.
He locked the door and he shot everybody up, and then the people in the church
No. I believe what Mo's talking about is a shooting in California, where a guy gave his life to save everybody. So only one person got killed, but that's why they didn't classify it as a mass shooting. Like Mash said, because one person saved the day, but he lost his life. He lost his life. I know about that. That was about a week ago. One person got murdered. As a matter of fact. So like right now, it's just like these mass shootings are just like it's happening back to back.
So one thing I need to say that I don't care what nobody says. In order for you to carry and conceal a weapon, you need and must have a mental health evaluation.
I agree with you, bestie.
Period.
I was going to say the same
thing. A mental health
Mm-hmm.
evaluation is a absolute something that needs to happen. You should not be able to carry and conceal a weapon without that. That's just my opinion.
You should not be able to buy it. You should not be able to buy it.
And you shouldn't. And also, you shouldn't be able to purchase a gun in Walmart. Or any,
I don't think you can. I don't think you should purchase a gun without a mental health background.
Yes,
you should not be able to buy it if you can't say that this is my mental health background or show a card or whatever. You have this should be a process because a lot of these people are buying it the day before,
right? Or the day.
It's a process to get a gun. You should have a gun license. Present that gun license, and in the gun license, you'll have a background check. You'll have the mental health clearance, whatever. Make sure you are trained on how to use it, and then get the license. That should be what you need to get the license. And you can't go buy it from any store without providing that license. That's what I feel like it should be.
I think that is a great idea. But I'm really curious about practically what do we do to protect ourselves? Like that sounds good. Like down the road, a couple months, but people are popping up and
people already have guns. Is what you're saying? We already have guns.
You know, it's already
and the only way to do that. And I mean, it's not right. Nobody wants to live like that and put metal detectors up every damn place, especially if you go into a place of worship and in a supermarket and all that stuff. But in the meantime, if that's how we have to get savvy to protect ourselves, and it's unfortunate, then we need to, because that's our security to protect ourselves. Is it right? Absolutely not. It's not right. But the main point of this is that Congress needs to stop fucking playing around with these gun laws, and we need to handle that first and accordingly, so that everybody can be on the same page with that. I'm not whether it can never happen or not, but that's what it needs to. That's what needs to be done for it to happen.
I think it's just bigger. I think it's bigger than just putting practices in place. I feel like when you look at the statistics of mass shootings, America is leading the charge as far as having guns. And we're not the only country that has guns and shit, but other countries are not having the same problems as we are. So I do feel like there's an internal problem or a struggle that we need to fix before, because like putting all of the laws in place, it might help maybe in the beginning as far as access to guns, but it's the people who are committing the crimes that we have to figure out, like, how do we stop the senseless killing in the first place, or what makes people so free to want to practice that. And I don't know where that comes from. Like some certain politicians are recommended that, hey, some of these schools should have like a one entrance in, one entrance out in order to mitigate if a school shooter comes in. I'm saying, like, I don't even know if that's like I don't even know if that's a good idea and shit. But you got the like, dude from fucking
fear of the shooter versus training into kind of deter the shooter from.
It has to start with the country. And I want to give it, and I don't remember if you remember this, TJ, when we were in a cab in Aruba, the cab driver stated, we asked about crime and stuff like that. He said there is no high thing crime. He said the only people that have guns there is the freaking police officers. No one else. Yeah, but
we don't.
What I'm just saying.
That sounds cool, but we don't live in that culture.
We don't live. I know, but what I'm saying is right. I get that. I'm not. But what I'm saying is that was a precedent that particular country set. You know, to let them know we're not dealing with no foolishness. These are the only people that are able to carry and conceal a weapon. So you have to start as a country as a whole, which is why I'm saying the politicians need to, because that are the only people, at least in that country, that has access to get a weapon. It's the access that these individuals have.
But there's already guns on the street now.
And also the fact that if someone wants to make a gun, they will. Like in terms of like stopping people from owning the gun, they'll find a way to do it. But I'm thinking about, like, you were spot on with the mental health evaluation. That should be important. But I'm just thinking about the consequence for this shit. This should be zero. Like, I'm thinking about,
they're killing themselves, so there's no consequence.
Right. No, I'm talking about like
they're being
the place where they got the gun from. They need to be held accountable.
Correct.
You know what I mean? Like things of that nature. Like everything needs to be held accountable. Like if you have a shooting at a school, what the F are the parents are doing? That's a legitimate question to ask. They need to be held accountable. I don't care if they get off themselves.
And I want to give up one.
And it's like,
I want to just say this one thing, just to put it in perspective, and because this is real life. One of the teachers that died in the shooting in the school, her husband died 48 hours later of a fucking heart attack because he was devastated. Okay, so he died of fucking heartbreak in a sense. That family is in ramshackles. Not only that, I'm getting a little emotional because it's great. So not only did you lose your mother, right? You lost your mother. I'm just thinking about that particular situation. Like you lost your mother.
They had a young
and then
son.
48 hours later, you lost your father. You lost your father because he was so devastated.
How old was the kid?
That his wife. I think they had more than one children. They was married for about, I want to say it was over definitely 25 years. And to know that, he couldn't even fathom that he lost his wife. 24 hours, I think it was 24 to 48 hours left. The man passed from a heart attack. You know what I mean? So just these shooters, they're not even comprehending the amount of hurt that they're putting families and people through, the impact that they're having on people's lives. It's just ridiculous.
On the world.
You talk about shooting a school, everybody in that school is going to need therapy. Like,
and the thing that pissed me off the most about the school shooting is that allegedly the guy, it was, he was being bullied. Them fucking little kids didn't bully you. Why were you going in the elementary school? You was in a high school. You went to a completely different school to shoot up these kids who had nothing to do with your bullying. You understand what I'm saying?
I do have to argue devil's advocate on which at that point, I have to say it, like those people are far gone in terms of how angry they are.
Absolutely.
Where they're not even going to hear the shit that you're saying. They think like I'm someone that's like I've never gotten angry to that point, but I can understand where it's like, I don't give a fuck what nobody's saying. Like everybody's an enemy at that point. Like, they have a mission. They got the gun. They're going somewhere.
Mo. At the end of the day, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't care who was picking on him. He had no.
I agree.
That shit was
that's what I'm saying.
No, you have to though. That's what I'm saying. That's a dismissive question. You have to. You have to.
And he shouldn't have. But my thing is, even if somebody was picking on you, why are you going to completely different school to elementary children?
But remember, there's things that cause these things to happen. That's just as important as the event happening itself. That can't be dismissed. Like if someone is being bullied and that leads to that kid picking up a gun and shooting, that's something that needs to be taken.
Here's my problem, right? Here's my problem, right? America leads in fucking mass shootings, right? They lead in mass shootings. So there's a bunch of other countries where people have lived their entire life and not heard of one single mass shooting. So it's possible not to have mass fucking shootings. What are we doing in America that we have mass shootings, but nobody the fuck else does?
It's
You know
the
what I'm
people that
saying?
control the gun
Like,
laws. They not hurting by this. Like guns is gonna be sold. They're
I
gonna
feel
make
like
profit. If the only way that's gonna change is if their pockets get hurt.
There's no reason you need an AR-15 as a civilian.
100%.
Agreed.
100%.
There's no reason. The guy
But now
says,
there's already so many on the street, though. So like,
I
what
use
do you
it
do
for the
about that?
raccoons. This is what the guy says. I use it for the raccoons. But my thing is that you could use a regular handgun for the raccoons. Like,
My
why
nigga,
do you need
can't like
an
that's a human
AR-15?
being. You can't like he's gonna be like, yo, who are you to tell me what I can use? If I want to own an AR-15,
But
as
this
an
is
American citizen, he's
this
gonna be
is
like,
the
yo, I have
reason
a right to do
why
that.
it is the way it is right now in America.
But
And
you're gonna
that's
have
what-
people
and
arguing
that's
the opposite, like,
crazy.
yo, there's
Because
no
guess
shooters
what?
on this side.
After the shooting in Uvalde, right? Canada tightened up their gun laws. They started force buying automatic rifles back from their from citizens, like force buying it.
They did
Right?
that
They gave
here.
them the money, but
They
you're
gave you
giving
like
me your gun.
$100.
Nah, yeah. So they started force buying that.
How did they know that people had guns though?
Because it should be registered.
Yeah, there you go.
Saying?
But I'm
Anybody
talking about
registered.
the unregistered guns that are
And-
out there right now that are already on the street.
I feel what you say. I understand what you're saying. But there's too many out there, and the reason why there's so many unregistered guns because there's so many registered guns. You know what I'm saying? Originally, those guns were registered. You know what I'm saying? Before they got scraped out, whatever the heck happened. However, my thing is that in America, we have to do something with the gun laws, like in order to make things safer, because nobody else is having this problem, and that bugs me out the most about like what's going on here. And like, I mean, like, what does it take? What does it take for people to feel like we need some type of reform?
Shake, I remember a couple of years ago they were saying that in New York, a couple of years ago, if you owned a firearm, that you would illegally own a firearm, you would be doing time, no questions asked. And I feel like, if it's just escalating, then it just needs to be increased time. If you are illegally owning a firearm or using it, like, for everyone involved now, everyone should be having similar consequences. It's worse than rape, we can agree, or just as bad as rape, we can agree, in terms of these mass shootings. Like, in terms of just the devastating impact it has. Not saying that which crime is better or worse, but in terms of the effect it has, this is very bad. The consequences should be treated severely.
If all laws
and then it overcrowds our jails. I mean,
no, I mean, if we're not talking about just straight jailing, like if it's businesses involved where the guns are actually, if I can go to a gun store and buy a gun, the equivalent of me going to IKEA and picking up a mirror, that store should be held accountable, like in terms of losing their license, not being an operator, or having a heavy tax that they got to pay in terms of millions. It should be a clear consequence where that business never has the incentive to do that again. Like they'll actually want to check.
So
I don't know, but what if they followed all the rules though, Boogie, and then they still got around and still got the gun? You can't hold them responsible.
You can buy a gun in one day.
So listen, this is
Mo, put your dick out, Mo.
This is how I
Come
see
on.
it. We all listen. We all are not cool with the gun violence going on. We all, say that there needs to be a way for them to figure this out, and I guess we have to wait and see. I mean, that's really it. We have to wait to see what they're gonna do. But this is the end of our current events episode. Nice. Let's talk about our word of the week. Let's just tally that up. I already know
Ramshackle on
it's a tie. It's a tie.
That don't count, Flash.
I snuck in. I didn't snuck in.
It's a tie.
I just snuck in.
She already called.
No, it's a tie.
Who's the tie?
It's a tie between me and
Flash.
Between me and Flash. It's a tie. It's keeping it in my head. Anyway, we love you, Tribe. We love you. This was an amazing episode.
That's a damn ramshackle.
We got we had a lot to say. We said it with our chest, and we just thank you guys for listening.
You can listen to us wherever you hear podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon has podcasts. You can also get in touch with us on social media. We love to see you. Follow us, share us with a friend, hit the subscribe button. We're on IG at So Ratchet Podcast. We're on TikTok at So Ratchet Podcast. We're on Twitter at So Ratchet Pod. And we're on YouTube where you can see our faces on So Ratchet Space Podcast.
There you go.
Thank you for
Thank
listening.
you guys. Peace.
Peace.
Hey.